What's going on, Jeromes? So in 2022, Minnesota Fighting Vikings made a departure from Perte Ricky Spielman and took a chance on Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, adopting more of a analytically driven approach to assembling a team. And overall, there's been some ups, there's been some downs. 2022 draft, but overall the competitive rebuild is over and the Vikings have completely remade their rooster. Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi have built up a culture and have built up a team that is ready to go whoop somebody's ass. And I firmly do believe that Kwesi, especially over the last two off seasons, has cooked, and this roster is revved up, ready to go. You got your quarterback one, you have talent in the trenches, and especially Kwesi. I love and respect that Kwesi targeted, hey, we need interior offensive line help, so we're going to get rid of Bradbury. We're going to get a draft pick for Ed Ingram. We're going to bring in Ryan Kelly, Will Fries. We're going to double down on the defensive line pass rush as well. Woo, it's a good time. So, yes, I think that Kwesi, even with the pretty rocky start, admittedly, has righted the ship, has wrought the ship. Whatever. And frankly, the Vikings have a fun young roster that's properly assembled. The salary cap is finessed, and you're good to go. Now, long story longer, Kwesi is in a contract year. He's got 1 year left on his initial deal. Kevin O'Connell already got his extension very early in the offseason, but Kwesi sort of waiting. Now, people have speculated maybe it's because the ownership wants to see is like, well, let's see if he has a good draft. Let's just see what he can do. Or, as we've theorized, maybe Kwesi's waiting out the team because it's going to cost you, Chief. Maybe the price of the brick is going up because of how good the Vikings' last two off seasons have been. But Vikings team president and owner Mark Wilf addressed the media jackals down at the NFL owners meeting in Palm Beach. Talk about, we're getting there. We're getting there. Alec Lewis, The Athletic. Vikings owner Mark Wilf told beat writers that the team has had very, very positive conversations with GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's representation. Jimmy Sexton, who's a freaking gangster, by the way. Wilf on if an extension is something he wants to get done. Yes, it is. And it just makes sense that Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell should be tied at the hip together. Frankly, Kwesi and Kevin should be synced up with JJ McCarthy as well. Hey, they are the tripod. We sink or swim with them. But overall, I mean, I feel like, yes, people poo-poo on Kwesi about the 2022 draft. Did you know that the Vikings could have taken Kyle Hamilton? Then Lewis Seen, breaking his leg, and then like all the trade-ups and trade-downs, it's whatever. But 2023, markedly improved. 2024, you got your future franchise quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. You have your talisman on the edge, Diamond Dallas Turner. Well, he didn't play as much as Jared Verse. Well, Jared Verse wasn't behind two starting Pro Bowl edge rushers either, right? And Dallas Turner still got 3 sacks his rookie year, by the way. Everything is going to be all right, but this defense is fun, man. And in Flores with year 3 and offensively suturing up that interior offensive line, you can actually run the damn ball. Basically, you swapped out Ed Ingram for Jordan Mason. You got the best receiver in the freaking game. Oh, by the way, we said this a bunch. The smoothness with the negotiations with Jefferson and Darrisaw, 2 tentpole players on this team. I mean, that doesn't get talked about enough. It's really hard, especially when there's big-time money, and it really speaks a lot about Kwesi, about Jefferson, about Darrisaw, that everything just got smooth. No drama, no muss, no fuss, and I think ownership values that, especially a team and owners in the Wilfs that they're not about the media headlines. They're not about the social media drama. They're not about all of that. They're the antithesis of Jerry Jones, right? And Kwesi's been a major part of that. It's like everything is professional, and the culture is fantastic. People want to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see this rooster take the field. Plus, guess what? The Vikings can play right now. Kwesi has done enough in the draft as well as in free agency the last 2 off seasons where the Vikings can go into this draft class just true BPA. Like, take the best damn players available, and which is good because the Vikings only have 4 draft picks. Well, with only 4 draft picks, he can't screw up as bad as before because Kwesi can't draft because of 2022. You know what's going to happen. So Diamond Dallas Turner is going to turn into a consistent 10, 12 sack a year type guy. Consistent pressure, Brian Burns adjacent. J.J. McCarthy is going to lead this team to dozens of Jerome Bardys over the next 10 years, be in the NFL MVP conversation. And after the Vikings have won 3 Super Bowls in a row, this conversation will be like, Kwesi still sucks at drafting. It's ridiculous. Either way, get it done. It'll be fun, and no drama, no muss, no fuss. Just extend Kwesi. Make sure that the brain trust of Kevin O'Connell is together a long time. And if Flores doesn't get a head coaching job, make sure that he's the highest paid coordinator in the league as well. Just keep the triangle of authority together. There you go. Your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings team president owner Mark Wilf says that the team has had very, very positive conversations with Kwesi's representation about a long-term contract extension. Get it done. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.